Welcome, welcome. You always got to start with a jam. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Thanks for your replay. Thank you for catching the replay. Hi, Reggie. Thanks for joining. Donkeys with ass shots, bartender, please hit me a brew and 2 whiskeys. I want to play hopscotch. Skirtless and how are you? Best have my juice or I will get to blending. Bending, not breaking, but chopping and serving. Yeah, I know you meant hey. It's cool. Silver, my back, go gorilla on wax. I'm doing pretty good. I've been away from Periscope. I've been missing y'all. So I thought I'd get back on. So I'm going. What's the tea? Yes, today. Let me go ahead and show you. We're talking about Facebook pages versus Facebook groups. So let me go ahead and get this over. Turn this down a little bit. If you guys are interested in what I'm listening to, this is Aurora. This is the new album by The Hue. I'm going to show you that really quickly. This is a group called The Hue, hip-hop group based in Houston. And they just released their new album this past Friday called Aurora. And so the track playing right now is called Slick. You can see it. It jams, it jams, it jams. But anyway, let's get back to the business. Turn this around very quickly. Hey, I am Rachel with Media Maestro. I work with independent artists and musicians, producers, DJs, and I give them tips and strategies to help them market their music online and to grow their fan base. So I got a question a couple weeks ago from one of my Facebook group members asking, is it better to have a Facebook page or a Facebook group? So that's what we're going to be talking about today very quickly. You know, I try to keep my scopes under about 15 minutes if I can help it. So I'm talking about, should you have a Facebook page or a Facebook group? It should be longer. My scope should be longer. Try to keep them, I want people to stay engaged. I don't want them to lose interest or get tired or bored, because I know my attention span is very short and I cannot watch 30-minute, 45-minute scopes. I try to keep them short as best as possible. Even if that means breaking up my topic by days, I may do that. Instead of doing like one long scope, I may do like several short scopes. So with that being said, if you have any any Twitter or Periscope followers that may be interested in this topic, should they have a Facebook page or a Facebook group, go ahead and swipe. Go ahead and follow me, but also make sure you share out with your Twitter or Periscope followers so they can get on the scope as well to figure out what they need to have. Facebook group versus a Facebook page. So as always, whenever I'm asked about social media and what social media platforms you should be on, I always start with, what is your target audience? And if you've been on my scopes before, you know I'm so serious about data and using that data as a way to drive your marketing platforms and your marketing efforts. So I'm always going to ask you what your target audience is. Who is your music for? Who are you making your music for? Who you want to buy your music? Who you want to support you? Who is your super fan? Who is your ideal fan? That's always my question. And so target audience usually has to deal with, nationality, it deals with age group, it deals with gender, all those things. Facebook in particular is the age range. Users are usually from the ages of about 26 to 34. So if your target audience is there, then you should definitely be on Facebook. It's pretty even when you think about male to female ratios on Facebook. The Facebook users are about the same. So you don't have to worry about gender so much on Facebook as much as you do the age group. So if your target audience is from the ages of 26 to 34, you definitely should be on Facebook. So I'll start there first. Is your audience on Facebook? Yes. Okay, check. Let's move on. Should you have a Facebook page versus a Facebook group? Now, to answer that question, it kind of has a couple factors involved in that. One being, what's your point of being on Facebook? If you're just trying to establish your brand and have a social media presence, then a Facebook page will do that for you. One cool thing about Facebook pages is if you optimize it, if you set it up correctly, then you can be found on Google. So if someone Googles you, your Facebook, when I say page, I'm talking about a business page. So let me go back. I didn't show that. And let me be clear about Facebook page versus a business page versus a profile. And I'll show you mine so you kind of get the gist. Let me turn this around. So this is my Facebook business page. This is my Facebook personal page. Now, a personal page has my little timeline. People tag me in pictures and I make little posts, you know, my little personal life, all that good stuff. One cool thing about your personal profile page is you can link it to your business page. And if you can see it, I'm trying to zoom in a little bit, Media Maestro right here. When I click on that, it takes me to my business page. And as a musician, as an artist, you should have your personal page, but you also should have a music page, a profile page different from your personal profile. This is your business page. And so if you're just looking to have some some social media presence, then you definitely should have a social media page on Facebook, a business page on Facebook. But if you're looking to grow your fan base as well as your know, like, and trust factor, which remember we talked about before in previous scopes, is people buy from other people, other business that they know, like, and trust. And I think that groups, Facebook groups, serve that purpose very well as opposed to Facebook pages. And I'll tell you why. First of all, once Facebook became a public entity where you can buy stock in, it became monetized. And by that, they had to make money because they had to, pay their shareholders. So as a result, you have to pay to play on Facebook. You have to spend money in order for people to see your page via ads. And Facebook has changed their algorithm so that posts don't last in your people's timelines that long. But more specifically, what Facebook has done is it makes sure that it only shows your post to a small percentage of the people who like your page. I don't know what that actual percentage is, but it's very, very small. So everyone, even if you have 500 likes, 300 likes on your page, not all 300 people are going to see your post in their newsfeed unless you pay for advertising. You advertise, you boost posts, you sponsor posts, you drive ads to your page, then you get some traffic to your Facebook page, and then you'll get more engagement on your page, yada, 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 and they'll see all your posts, things like that. So that's why I say if you're looking for engagement, you're looking to build your community, I would definitely suggest Facebook groups. Because one way that groups works is the notifications. You'll get notifications on your Facebook groups. As a member, you'll get notifications to your groups that you would normally get from a page unless you actually sign up for them or request it. For example, let me show you. Turn it around again. Here's my Facebook page. And I have a little call to action on my cover photo to click see first. Otherwise, if you don't, as a Facebook like person, or you like my page, you won't see my post unless you say see first. Right? So it has to be in your newsfeed. I'll show you what that looks like. Oh, no, Donald Trump. Where it says in your newsfeed, see first. Right? Otherwise, it's going to be default. Default means you get caught in an algorithm where you may not see any of your page's posts. Yeah, no Trump. But if you click see first and have that checked, every time I post, that'll show up first in your timeline. No matter how early, how late I post it, that'll show up first in your timeline. However, with Facebook groups, here's my Facebook group, you can still get notifications. Even if you may not see all of them, but you will still get notifications about some of my posts. Versus a Facebook page, you won't get any notifications about my posts. But group pages, you will get notifications. You may not get, it depends on which ones that you select. As a default, it'll put highlights. All groups, once you join a group, you'll get Facebook highlights, which is suggested posts from the page, as well as any of your friends. When they post to the group, you'll get their notification that they've posted. You can also change this to all posts. And on a Facebook and a page, is there a way to merge them together? Do you mean to merge your profile page and your business page, or something else? What are you trying to merge together? You're trying to merge your artist page and what else? So are you saying you have two different pages, an artist page and a singer page that you're trying to merge together, or what? So it's your regular it's like your personal profile page and artist page. You have those two, you want to merge them. There's a way to merge your profile and your artist page, but I would definitely suggest you keep them separate. I just suggest you keep it separate because I'll tell you why. All of your friends, and this is a business tip, all of your friends are not gonna buy your albums and be your biggest supporters. I'm just gonna be honest. In business, you have friends who they love you dearly, they love you as a personality, but they may not be so supportive of your music. And so you don't want to have your posts be mostly about your music if they're not going to be supporters of it. And also, on the same token, you want to keep some of your personal life personal. And so you don't want to share personal things on your business page. Like I have children, and I'll post things about my children on my personal page that I may not post on my Media Maestro page. So I don't always suggest to merge them. I don't think you can anyway, but I do suggest that you have two separate accounts, your personal page and your artist page. And you can make your personal page private so that it can't be searched, and you can make your post private so no one can find your personal post other than the people who you're friends with. But your artist page can be found, if it's optimized correctly, it can be found through Google search, or even just through Facebook search. It's because when I post on my profile, I worry about drawing too many people to that. So what you can do is you can have your artist page and then share it on your personal page if that's what you're trying to do. I think I understand. I hope I'm understanding your comment correctly. And so, or what you can do as a Facebook page or your personal page, your personal profile, you can create lists, and you can segment your list by fan. Like if you have fans on your profile, then you can make a list just of fans. And then when you create a post, you can create a post and it goes directly out to that page. I mean, to that list of people, and not everybody else. That's another way you can do it. Let's see if I can show you what I mean. Let me go to my personal page very quickly. Let's see. Turn it around again. So this is my personal page. And so, let's see. I don't know. I can't think of a post very quickly right now, but just the idea is if you have lists, friend lists, which I do, mine is segmented differently here. I can select who sees my posts. Like I can be just my Facebook friends, and they only for me. But then here's where I segmented my list a little bit further, where I have my family as a separate list, people who live in Houston, that's where I'm based, as a separate list, people I went to high school with as a separate list, some people in the music industry as a separate list, musicians I know, separate list. If I want to just send a post out and I only want musicians to see it, Then I can select that. You can do this from your Android or, your cell phone or from a computer. You can select just that particular segment of your friends list to see a particular post. So that's another option for you if you, like in lieu of merging, you can do posts where it only goes out or is only seen by certain people on your fans list. If you create a list, but you have to create a list within your friends list to do that. Does that make sense? Okay, good. So, so we're talking about Facebook groups and Facebook pages. Now, it said Facebook pages are pay to play. So you have to run ads on Facebook in order to get in order to be seen, or at least your Facebook page be seen by your fans. Versus a Facebook group, you have the luxury of interacting with people who are part of your group, right? The only problem with Facebook groups or Facebook pages, Facebook groups can't be found, are harder to be found via Google. You can't do searches and pull up Facebook groups on Google, but you can pull up Facebook pages on Google. But you can look for groups inside of Facebook. Now, if you set up your Facebook group properly, people can find pages that are, groups that are similar to yours and join your group. That way, that's if you set it up properly, you optimize it correctly. You can be able to be found via like suggested groups. But just to be found on Facebook, your pages is the easier way to be found versus groups. Just to have a social media presence, Facebook pages are good to have because you can be Googled and find it that way. But if you want engagement, if you want to get to know your fans, if you want to get to know people, then your Facebook group is a better bet for you. Now, I have to preface that by saying that Facebook groups and Facebook pages, just like any other social media platform, just like any other marketing tactic, takes time to see real results. I'm making a website, so do I still have to worry about it so much? Oh, definitely. Your website is something totally different from social media. Your website should have your social media links to it. Like, for example, my Facebook page. My website. This is my website. This is a page on my website. But on every page, I have my social media outlets. This is my Periscope. This is my Facebook page, my Twitter, my Instagram. They're all on my website because you never know how people find you. Right? And since you don't know how people find you, if someone comes through it's a lot. Yeah, it is. It's baby steps. You got to do one thing at a time, I know. So like you can always do your website and come back, or, if you have somebody else designing it, whatever, you can have your website set up and then add as you go. So like you can do your website and then say, okay, and then go back and work on Facebook and then come back and add it to your website. And then, okay, once I got that up and running, okay, wherever of course you're always social media platforms have to be based on where your target audience is. This is where my target audience is, and so that's why I have these particular social media outlets. But let's say you had the same. I'm just going to go for example. So you can do piece by piece. I'm going to do my website, then I'm going to go ahead and work on Facebook, get Facebook up and running. Okay, then I'm going to add it to my site. Then, okay, I have Facebook up and running. I say I want to work on Twitter now. I'm going to add Twitter to my social media presence. Add Twitter, got that account running, add that to your site. And I never suggest doing too many social media sites at once if you're managing your own social media, because you can get overwhelmed. So I would stick to 2, maybe 3, but usually like 2 if you can handle it in the beginning, and then kind of add on as you go. But the same way you add on as you go, you can always remake or revise your website to add those social media outlets that you're working from, those platforms that you're working from. So yeah, it is a lot. Yeah, it is. Yes. But it's good you have them linked, because you never know how people find you. So they go to your website and, hey, I'm on your website, but I'm really a Periscope person. Well, I can follow you on Periscope too. Or I'm really a Facebook person, I'm following you on Facebook too. Or vice versa, you need to always have your social media platforms linked to your website. Like here on my Facebook page, I have my website. So if someone finds me through social media, they can also link up and go to my website right here. So it's kind of like you always want everything to track back to each other, because you never know how people find you, and you want them always to have access to you, or actually, but in a way to contact you as they feel most comfortable with, right? So we talked about social media pages. Facebook pages versus Facebook groups as far as building community, and talked about notifications. And remember, I said with Facebook pages, if you don't sign up for the notifications and click that button and say see first, you won't get any notifications on your page. However, groups will give your members notifications of certain posts, but not all of them. So you get more eyes on posts in groups than you would pages. Now, a couple cool things about pages that groups don't have. You can add different apps to your Facebook page. Like here's a way to sign up for my email list here through my Facebook page. You can find me on Instagram through my Facebook page. You can even write me a review on my Facebook page. Now, Facebook groups don't have that particular option to do that. You can share posts, you can ask questions, you can ask polls, but you cannot add apps to your Facebook page. Another thing that Facebook pages has that a Facebook group does not have is insights. And insights is basically your data about who likes your page, who has interacted with your page. And I'll show you what that looks like. Let's see, people. What I mean by that. Here it gives me my demographics of who's interacted with my page. Right now, of all the people who have liked my page, 61% of them are women as opposed to men. And I also know that of the women, the age group is 26 to 34. Right? And then for men, of all the men who like my page, is still the largest group that's interacting with my page is still 25 to 34. So that's key information when you go to run ads, when you're ready to run ads or do your marketing. You kind of have an idea of who are interacting with you. You kind of have a better idea of who your target audience is. Speaking of people who've liked your page, when you're starting off with your Facebook page, I would not suggest inviting everyone on your Facebook page, on your Facebook friends list, to like your page. And the reason why is like I said before, you won't get good data. Because I'll tell you this, only if they fit your demographic. If you know your target audience is ages 30 to 35 male, and you have certain interests that you add to that, but just at the main focus are 30 to 33 age males, then you may want to target only those people on your friends list to like your page, right? But not just everybody, because some of your friends may just like your page, but they may not buy your music. So your data is going to be skewed. And so it may, let's say a whole bunch of females on your friends list, they like oh yeah, that's my friend, I like his page. Either they may not like your music, but then on your insights, it'll say, 61% of your fans are women, and you think your demographic is women, when it still may be men. If that makes sense. So don't invite everybody, but look through your friends list and see who fits my target audience. Who would be the person to like my music? Who would be the person to buy my music, support my music, be super fans? Those are people you would target on your friends list to like your page. But don't do everybody, because what happens is you won't get good data on who's actually interacting, who actually likes your page, and it would hinder your marketing efforts when you're looking at who you're going to target in your ads and things of that nature. So Facebook pages have insights where Facebook groups do not offer this type of insight of who your demographics are. You can go to the group members page and see if they're male or female, but you can't go and see what age group they're in, where they're from, because even the insight page will tell you that. That's one thing. So if you want data on your on your pages, then you have to go to a Facebook page and not a Facebook group, because Facebook groups won't give you the data that you're looking for when it comes to marketing your efforts. What you can do, what Facebook groups do that Facebook pages may not do, because it's such a close-knit group in groups, you can, we call it social listen, like listen socially. You can see what your fans, what your group members are interested in, what they like, what they care about. So that gives you a little more insight about them as far as their interests and personality traits and things like that. So groups are good for that, but it won't give you the data of ages, location. Those will give you those demographics that a Facebook Facebook page insights would give you. So it all depends. Like I said before, Facebook groups versus Facebook pages all depends on what your outcomes are, what your goals are on getting on Facebook. So I kind of gave you some things to consider, so you know where you want to lean towards with just Facebook presence, and get a Facebook page, pop it up there, and of course you got to be strategic about it still, but having that up there and posts that make sense, so that people who do see your page, a small group of people who do see your post will interact with it. But the Facebook groups are a little bit better if you want more interaction, you want to grow your brand and get people to know, like, and trust you. Then you have the Facebook groups. And again, like Facebook, if you want a larger audience to see your Facebook page post, you definitely have to pay for ads to drive traffic. Well, you don't have to pay for ads for groups, because your members will get notifications of highlights of the posts that you post and posts that other people post in your group. So two things that they both can do, that Facebook pages and Facebook groups can do. So I talked about differences. I'm going to give you two similarities. You can create events. And by event, you can make people you have in the past use events as like invites to parties and events, but you can use the events feature for just about anything. Kind of get creative with it. But I'll show you if I can get to that page in a minute about what I mean. So I'll turn it around one more time. So here's my Facebook page, and I can create an event. Let me show you past events that I've done to give you an idea. Like I did some events to notify the people who've liked my page that I was periscoping. I just started periscoping in December, and so I did kind of like a little news flash thing to let people know that I was periscoping. And you can create the event here and create all the details for it, right? But you can do the same thing with your Facebook group. Here's my group. I can create an event. These events it would only invite the members of my group. Like my last event I did was for the beginning of March, where I was offering free one-on-one help with one of the things that my members struggle with the most. So if they signed up for it, if they said they clicked join my event, then I will be connecting with them to find out what issue, what problem they had, and providing them with free one-on-one help. This is also good for me, for example, because if I put something like this on my Facebook page, I may get like tons and tons and tons of response from that, because I have so many people who like my page versus people who are in my group. And so it'd be kind of hard to manage, or how I would structure my time with that. But with Facebook group, I know my members is a small number. I can kind of manage, even if all of them said they want to help, I can manage that a little bit better. But that's just a side note on that. So with both a Facebook group and a Facebook page, you can create events. Sure. What's your question? So you can create events with both your Facebook page and your Facebook group. One little small similarity. Wait, should I only post it on? Should you only post what on your music page? Should you only post your music on your music page? Is that your question? I would say you can share your music on your personal page, but you don't want to be spammy and you don't want all of your posts to be about your music, because you have friends on your music on your personal page that may not support your music, but they love you as a person, but they may block you or may report you as spam if you're all you're doing is posting about your music. But I did another scope maybe about 2 months ago, talk about the 70-20-10 rule. And so even on your profile, even on your Facebook music page, you shouldn't always be posting about your music on your music page either. It's called the 70-20-10 rule, right? And so only 10% of your posts should be promotional, should be marketing your music, like specifically, like directly. Because you want to, like I said, build your know, like, and trust factor. And if all you're doing is setting up links about, here's my link to my iTunes, buy my album on iTunes, or check out my album on Spotify, or check out my website and buy my music, you're gonna lose the people who've liked your page. The few people who see your post from your page will lose interest, and they may even unlike and unfollow your page. So make sure that you're having a good balance, and you have 10%, no more than 10%. Of promoting your music specifically, but posting about things that would interest your following, your demographic, your target audience, and to keep them engaged in your page, that they will want to keep following you, and they want to keep interacting with you, and they actually learn about you, and they start to, like I said, know, like, and trust you. They feel like they know you and like you and trust you. Those small, even though it's 10%, those 10% posts will have a big impact and engagement, because they already know, like, and trust you. So you don't have to even force feed them and shove it down your throat about here's my music, buy my music. If I know y'all like it, I've been following your journey as an artist, following your journey as a musician, you don't have to do much for me to want to support you as an artist. And just think about, like, that's in life in general. Think about the artists that you like. You don't like them because they're posting on social media about buy my stuff all the time. You like them because you connect with their music. You like them because you connect with them as an artist, what they stand for, what they believe in, not because they say buy my music and post a link. I got on my soapbox. I'm sorry. I just that just drives me crazy when I see artists just post links all the time. I'm sorry if I got on my soapbox. But to go back to your question, should you post your music on both pages? I would suggest yes. But I would say limit that on your personal page, as much as possible, because you don't want to annoy your friends who may not be interested in your music, is all. So that's that. One last similarity between pages and groups is very minor, but you can create custom URLs, custom links to your pages. If I can zoom in a little bit. So here's my, if you type in facebook.com/mediamaestro consulting, that'll give you my Facebook page. I have created that link, because normally when you set up a page, it'll give you some like profile link with a whole bunch of numbers, where you can customize it so it has what you want it to say. So the same thing with my group, I'm able to customize my link on my group so it says facebook.com/groups/gig-life to biz-life. So that's it's a very small thing, but just something that want to make sure you guys are aware of, that you can customize your group pages and your Facebook pages so it has a name that is synonymous with your brand. So you can do just a recap, you can do your vanity URLs, your customized links for your Facebook pages and your Facebook groups, you can also create events within your Facebook pages and your Facebook groups. Now, there are many differences between your groups and pages, but it all deals with your purposes in getting on Facebook and you guys in Facebook. What's your goal? What do you expect to get out of it? So then once you figure out your goals on Facebook, then you can figure out now, based on my goals, then looking at the purposes, because I hope you've been writing them down. If not, you can watch the replay and write them down. Look at the differences between your Facebook pages and your group pages, and you can see now which ones of these would benefit, which would help me accomplish the goals that I have. So that's that. Let me know if you have any questions before I hop off. Thanks for tapping that screen and giving me those hearts, by the way. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions before I hop off. Will you check mine? Sure. Let me tell you. Let me flip it around and tell you what you can do. That's what I need you to do. I'm going to flip it around. So, I do Facebook audits from time to, like, free Facebook page audits from time to time. I don't do them all the time. Maybe twice a year. And so I'm doing one now, Facebook page audits. If you go to this link, it's bit.ly/Facebook audits. Actually one word, but it kind of came out as two. But it's bit.ly/Facebook audit. And when you go to that link, you're going to get this page right here. And with the Facebook audit, I'll go through your whole Facebook page and provide you with a report telling you how you can optimize your page, how you can make it more user-friendly, different little tools and tips and tricks that you can do with your Facebook page to make sure you're getting the most out of it. So if you go to my link again, so one more time, it's bit.ly/Facebook audit. And when you go to that link, you're going to get to this page. Give me your first name, last name, email address. So I have to email you your report. So put your email address and then your Facebook page link. Give me the whole link. So that means you got to copy and paste from Facebook. Copy and paste that link, whatever that URL is. Like mine would be facebook.com/mediamaestro consulting. You're going to copy and paste that into the Facebook page link. Also, if you have a SoundCloud link you want to share, you can drop that there too. Then you're going to hit email my audit report. Then I'll get your information. I'll get you all the information you just submitted here. And I'll take a look at your Facebook page and send you a report on give you some feedback basically on your Facebook page and how you can optimize it and how you can make it better if necessary, or just some good kudos of what you've done well with your page. So that's what you can do, Reggie. You can go ahead to my bit.ly link, bit.ly/Facebook audit. It brings you to this page here. Fill out the little form to get your to request an audit. You're very, very, very welcome. That's what I'm here for. So again, thanks for joining. I said 15 minutes. I think, Reggie, you made me go over. Went over my allotted 15 minutes with your questions, but I love the questions, so I'm not mad at you at all. But I got to get to bed. It's 11:40 my time. I'm in Central Standard Time. I got to get up in the morning. I got to get my babies together for school. So, yeah, I got to get to bed. But thanks for joining. All my replay viewers, thanks for joining as well. Be sure to share this this replay with your followers, your Twitter followers. And if you're new to my scopes, you can go ahead and swipe up on a Droid. I think you can swipe left or right on an iPhone. I can't remember if I have a Droid. And you can click my name and follow me, or you click the little pear dude in the corner, and the little man in the corner. You can go ahead and click him, and you find my name. Click my name and follow me so you get my scopes. I'm probably going to be starting a challenge just to kind of let you know now what I have coming up. I'll probably be starting a challenge next week or the week after about using Facebook. So just kind of putting that in your ear, letting you guys know what I have coming up. either I'm thinking about Periscope. I'm working on two actually. One using Periscope as an artist or using Facebook as an artist. I'm still trying to decide which one I want to work on. I'm kind of doing both of them at the same time to figure out which one I want to do next week. But stay tuned for that as well. And I will talk to you later. Thanks for joining. Bye.